Welcome back to Superbly Said Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
And the phrases we're looking at today are all from a recent SpeakDuo lesson. They're really focused on that high-level conversational English.
Exactly. And you can go to speakduo.com to meet new people from around the world who are practicing English on video calls to become more confident with their English speaking abilities.
So let's just dive right in.
Let's do it. Our first phrase is in flux.
Okay.
At its core, this basically means something is in a state of continuous change or movement. It's varying constantly.
Right, but I feel like just saying it's changing doesn't quite capture it, does it? There's a weight to in flux that's different.
That is such a great point. Changing can be very neutral. I can change my shirt. It's simple.
But in flux feels bigger.
It is. It suggests this uncontrolled, almost unpredictable state of constant motion. You see it a lot with systems or schedules. It implies this instability that you can't really pin down.
Exactly. So if you say the schedule for a project is changing, that's one thing. But if you say it's in flux...
It means the whole plan is constantly being reorganized. There's no final structure in sight yet. So in a work context, you might hear, the meeting schedule is still in flux, so we don't know the exact time of the meeting yet.
And what about like a more personal example, maybe for an IELTS question?
Good one. You could say something like, my taste in music is always in flux, depending on my mood. It really emphasizes that ongoing, almost uncontrollable evolution.
I like that. It's not just changing, it's constantly shifting.
Exactly. Okay, so speaking of things that move around, let's talk about popularity.
Yes.
Our next idiom is flavor of the month.
Right, so something that's super popular right now, but everyone knows it won't last.
That's the one. It's someone or something that's very popular for a short time, but is, likely to be forgotten pretty quickly.
A lot of people might just say it's a temporary trend or a fad, but flavor of the month feels a little more judgmental.
I think so, yeah. It's often a bit derogatory, a little dismissive. It implies the popularity is superficial and that it's guaranteed to become obsolete.
So there's a kind of cynicism baked into the phrase itself.
There is. It suggests the thing is only popular because it's new, not because it actually has any lasting value. It's disposable.
So if you were talking about, say, a new app.
You might say that new app is just the flavor of the month. People will stop using it soon. See? The tone is pretty dismissive right from the start.
It really is. And in a more reflective context, someone could say, I usually ignore the flavor of the month and stick to what I know I like.
And that positions the speaker as someone who's looking for real value, not just fleeting popularity.
Okay, got it. What's next?
Let's move on to something from the business world. The phrase is to drill down.
Corporate jargon.
A classic. It means to look at something in more depth, more detail.
But how is that really different from just saying to analyze or to investigate? Is that metaphor of a drill really doing any work here?
I think it is. I really do. Analyze can be a broad look at a problem, but drill down is so specific. It suggests a vertical movement. You're going from the general summary down to the specific underlying data.
Piercing the surface layer, so to speak.
Exactly. It implies the surface-level information isn't enough, and you need this focused, maybe even tedious effort to find the root cause.
I see. So you don't just investigate a problem, you drill down into the specifics to actually solve it.
Right. So a manager might say, we need to drill down into the sales data to find the problem. It's a demand for granular examination.
And you could use this personally, too. Like, I prefer to drill down deep into topics rather than just make small talk.
Perfect example. It shows a preference for depth over generality.
Okay, I'm with you. What's our fourth term?
The next one is aficionado.
Which is just a fancy word for expert, right? Or maybe devotee.
Well, it's a bit of both, but with a crucial extra ingredient. The definition is a person who is very knowledgeable and enthusiastic about something.
So what's the ingredient?
Passion. The word comes from Spanish, and it really emphasizes this deep, passionate enthusiasm alongside the knowledge. It's often used for hobbies or cultural things like coffee or art or film.
So it's different from a purely technical expert.
Very different. You could be an expert in, quantum mechanics, but you're probably not an aficionado of it unless you also love the history, the stories of the scientists.
The whole culture around it.
The subject. So a great example is, he is a coffee aficionado who grinds his own beans every morning. That daily ritual shows a passion that goes beyond just knowing about coffee.
I see what you're going for here. The sample use case mentions someone who considers themselves a movie aficionado because they watch films from all eras.
Right. That's not just a casual interest. That's dedication to the entire art form.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's keep going.
Next up, another one with a strong metaphor: to reap the benefits.
To get something good because of your own actions?
Exactly. But let's unpack that metaphor. It's from agriculture, right? Sowing and reaping.
Mm-hmm. And that's different from just receiving rewards, because rewards can be instant.
That's the key. The agricultural metaphor implies a significant time delay. You plant the seeds and then you have to wait for the harvest. It's all about long-term gain from hard work.
So it highlights patience and persistence. You don't reap the benefits after one good day.
Not at all. A classic example is, if you study hard now, you will reap the benefits later in your career. That benefit might not come for years.
That time lapse is crucial. The example from the lesson says, you start to reap the benefits of a healthy diet within a few weeks.
Which is still a sustained action. The good result comes directly from consistently maintaining that diet over time.
Right, not from eating one salad.
Exactly. Now for something a bit more fun, some advanced slang.
Ooh, I like slang.
The word is cheesed.
As in happy.
Happy or smiling broadly, but often in a slightly silly or awkward way.
Okay, so if someone is joyful or delighted, those are internal feelings. How is cheesed different?
Cheesed is all about the physical expression. It specifically describes that broad, maybe even a little forced smile, like when someone tells you to say cheese for a photo. It's visual.
Ah, I see. So it captures that slight self-awareness of the big grin. It's very casual.
Very casual. The example from the lesson nails it. He was so cheesed when he saw the surprise party. You can just picture that huge involuntary grin on his face.
And the other example was, playing with my dog always makes me feel cheesed.
Which is perfect. It's that simple, pure, visible happiness that makes you grin like an idiot.
A lovely word. Okay, what's number 7?
Number 7 is to skyrocket.
To go up. A lot.
A whole lot. It means to rise extremely quickly to a very high level, usually about prices or success.
We could just say increase dramatically or surge. Is skyrocket just more dramatic?
It's more than dramatic, it's hyperbolic. Increase dramatically is a strong rise for sure. But skyrocket suggests an almost vertical, extremely rapid, and often unprecedented ascent. It breaks records.
Like a literal rocket launch. It's not a gentle climb.
Not at all. It's immediate, overwhelming, straight up. So an economist might say the price of oil is expected to skyrocket if the conflict continues.
They're not just predicting a small price hike. They're predicting an uncontrolled, massive surge.
Exactly. And looking at the notes here, the argument is that the artificial intelligence industry will skyrocket in the next decade. That shows the sheer scale of what the word can describe.
An entire industry just shooting upwards. Got it.
Okay, our 8th phrase is the idiom on the fly.
Doing something without planning.
Yes, doing it while something is already happening. But learners might know spontaneously or impromptu. On the fly has a specific urgency to it.
How so?
It usually implies making necessary changes or fixes or adaptations during an ongoing activity, often in a high-pressure situation. You're reacting to an immediate need.
Right. Stopping to make a proper plan isn't an option. You have to adapt right now.
Yes. Like, if your software crashes during a presentation, you have to improvise the speech on the fly. You're adapting to save the situation in that exact moment.
And the lesson connects this to a valuable skill, saying, yes, I work well under pressure and can make decisions on the fly.
It's the perfect way to show that connection between pressure and immediate, unplanned decision-making.
Okay, one more to go.
Last one. To pull something off.
Which means
To succeed at something.
To succeed at something difficult or unexpected, especially when people thought it was impossible.
Ah, so it's not the same as just managing to do something.
Not at all. Managing a task can be routine, but pull-off injects this element of difficulty or doubt. The achievement was unlikely or risky, so the success feels like an impressive feat.
So there's a high degree of risk and a low chance of success implied.
Yes. For a project, you might say, I don't know how they managed to pull off such a big event with that small budget. The doubt is right there in the sentence.
It was a success despite the challenges. Right. And the personal example works well too. They pulled off a surprise party for their sister. A true surprise party is hard to organize without getting caught.
It really is a feat.
So that's our 9 phrases. Before we jump into the quiz, which of these do you think people would use most in a professional setting? I'm betting on drill down and on the fly.
Oh, definitely on the fly. But I think in flux is also incredibly common right now, just because so much in the world feels unstable. Those 3 are probably the most practical for daily work conversations.
That's a great point. Okay, now let's see how well those nuances stuck.
Time for the quiz.
Let's test it. This is all about reinforcing those subtle differences we've been discussing.
Right, so focus on the context, not just the basic definition. The nuance is everything.
Okay, question 1. The board decided to delay the merger because the current regulatory framework is still in flux. Which option best describes the meaning of in flux?
Okay.
Is it option A, the legal guidelines are undergoing constant revision and lack a final definitive structure? Option B, the legal guidelines have become overly rigid? Or option C, the legal guidelines are being intentionally ignored?
Feel free to pause here if you need a moment to think.
And the correct answer for influx is option A. The legal guidelines are undergoing constant revision and lack a final definitive structure.
Right. Remember, influx implies that persistent, unpredictable instability. The framework isn't stable, just like that meeting schedule we talked about that couldn't be confirmed.
Exactly. Okay, question 2.
Critics argue that the director's sudden obsession with AI-generated scripts is just a flavor of the month. What does flavor of the month mean? Option A, it is a sophisticated new technique that will redefine cinematic storytelling. Option B, it is a passing trend that is currently popular but will likely be discarded. Or option C, it is a controversial choice that has caused a rift. You can pause here if you'd like.
The correct answer for flavor of the month is B. It is a passing trend that is currently popular but will likely be discarded in the near future.
Yeah, and we emphasize that dismissive tone. Flavor of the month implies it's superficial and won't last, just like that trendy app we mentioned.
Perfect. Question 3. Before we finalize the budget, we need to drill down into the logistical expenses for the European tour. What are we doing when we drill down?
Let's hear the options.
Option A. We must find ways to aggressively reduce costs. Option B. We must compare our spending against historical data. Or option C. We must examine the specific details of the expenditure to understand exactly where money goes.
Take a moment to think if you need to.
And the correct answer here is C. We must examine the specific details of the expenditure.
Right. Remember that metaphor? To drill down is to move from the surface to the specific, detailed components, getting that granular look at the budget.
Next up, question 4.
As a dedicated aficionado of vintage synthesizers, Sarah spent years restoring a rare 1970s Moog. What is an aficionado?
Option A. She is a person who possesses deep knowledge and great enthusiasm. Option B. She is a professional technician. Or option C. She is an opportunistic collector who resells for profit.
Feel free to pause.
The correct answer for aficionado is A. She is a person who possesses deep knowledge and great enthusiasm for this subject.
Exactly. An aficionado needs that passionate devotion, not just technical knowledge. Is what makes her more than just an expert, like that coffee enthusiast we talked about.
Okay, halfway through, question 5. After a decade of aggressive R&D investment, the tech giant is finally starting to reap the benefits. What does it mean to reap the benefits? Option A. The company is realizing the magnitude of its errors. Option B. the company is obtaining positive results from its previous actions. Or option C, the company is searching for new partners.
Go ahead and pause if you need a moment.
The correct answer for reap the benefits is B. The company is obtaining positive results due to their previous strategic actions.
And this all goes back to that agricultural metaphor. Reaping the benefits connects the good outcome directly to that earlier sustained hard work, emphasizing that time delay.
Right. On to question 6. When the lead actor saw his face on the giant billboard in Times Square, he looked absolutely cheesed. What does cheesed mean in this context?
Is it A, he felt deeply insulted, B, he felt extremely nervous, or C, he displayed a broad, perhaps slightly awkward smile, indicating he was genuinely happy?
Pause here if you want to think it over.
The correct answer for cheesed is C. He displayed a broad, perhaps slightly awkward smile.
Yeah, cheesed is all about that physical expression, that big, maybe slightly goofy grin. It's the visible sign of happiness, like the joy of playing with your dog. 2 more left. Question 7. Economic analysts predict that property values in this district will skyrocket. What does it mean for values to skyrocket?
Okay.
Option A. The market prices are expected to rise extremely rapidly to an unprecedented level. Option B. The market prices are expected to stabilize. Or option C. The market prices are expected to become vulnerable.
Feel free to pause and consider.
The correct answer for skyrocket is A. The prices are expected to rise extremely rapidly to a very high and unprecedented level.
Because skyrocket is that hyperbolic, near-vertical ascent. It's way more intense than just a general increase, like the predicted growth of the AI industry.
Exactly. Last question, number 8.
Since the keynote speaker was late, the moderator had to come up with an opening monologue on the fly. What does it mean to act on the fly?
Option A. He delivered a carefully prepared and rehearsed speech. Option B. He created and delivered the content spontaneously while the event was already in progress. Or option C. He read a pre-written script intended for something else.
Take a moment if you need it.
And the correct answer for on the fly is B. He created and delivered the content spontaneously while the event was already in progress.
Right. Remember, on the fly means that immediate improvisation during an ongoing, often high-pressure situation, like having to adapt instantly when your presentation software fails.
So there we have it. We just walked through 9 powerful advanced phrases, really focusing on their essential nuance. In flux, flavor of the month. To drill down, aficionado.
To reap the benefits, cheesed. To skyrocket, on the fly, and to pull something off.
And understanding these subtle differences is really what takes English to the next level.
It really is. Using these specific phrases and knowing the weight they carry adds so much depth to your communication. It helps you sound truly natural and precise.
We really hope this deep critique helps you incorporate these advanced phrases into your daily speaking practice. And we invite you to check out more resources at SpeakDuo.com.
Keep challenging yourself, keep growing your vocabulary, and we look forward to having you back for more feedback and critique.